Hello, lovely listeners, and good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Phil. Good morning, everyone. It's Jill
Let-
and Kim, one harmonic whole.
yeah, and let's talk about dust. No, I'm kidding.
I had a squirrel moment. I was walking into a little spot in our office and I seen dust, and everything that we were talking about this podcast went out of my head, and I had to tackle the dust right then and there.
Right
It
then
was
and
like,
there.
"Ah, squirrel.
Girl moment. And now we're back. What we want to talk about is let's talk about truth.
Yes. Oh my goodness. There's a lot. So here's what I'm gonna say. In our world, it doesn't matter where you're at in the world, okay, truth is always being revealed. We may not see it or know it at the moment, but there's always a kernel, there we go, kernel of truth out there. It might be skewed with a lot of um, extra, I'm gonna say extra sprinkles maybe around it. Um, that maybe like squirrel moments where you're like, oh, oh, look at that. And it pulls you away from the truth. But the truth is always being revealed. It's always there. It's just,
It
do we
is.
have the squirrel moments?
Yeah, that's funny because the squirrel moments are the distraction, right?
Yep.
And lies are the distraction that shroud and hide the truth.
Yeah.
And we actually do live in a world now that I think it's, really fair to say this, that we live in a world where lies are center stage.
Yep.
Lies are the majority of what we see when we're looking out into the world and saying, if you're looking, say, online, or you're reading news, or you're watching someone who's in some sort of position of power somewhere, and it's not like they're straight up, going, I'm going to stand in front of you right now and lie. But what they're doing is, and this is just what humans tend to do, is, they're telling the story so that it matches what's going on within them. And truth
Yes.
isn't necessarily, yeah, and truth isn't, that's not what we're talking about. We're not saying my truth. And there's value to my truth, but my truth and the way that I do stuff, and I'm saying Jill personally right now, my truth is my truth. It's not necessarily Kim's, and it's definitely not truth. They're
Yep.
just truth and my truth are not the same thing. So that's what I was saying when someone's, say there's a lot of lies right now. Because if Kim and I want to talk about a truth, what I have to be willing to do is compromise my truth. Meaning I may not be able to hold on to everything I believe, to everything that's in my story in order to actually see the truth. And it's kind of uncomfortable. And that's why I think right now we have lies so much at the center stage.
Wow. As you're saying this, I actually feel a little bit of like knots in my stomach as you're
Yeah.
saying it, because I have to agree to a truth that really doesn't possibly resonate with myself, but I know it's truthful.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've just been
ooh,
trained out of it, is what I see. It's trained out of having any openness and willingness to the truth. So I was watching this show. Let me use this because Kim, we know truths come through little kernels, come through on TV and movies, music, so on.
yeah.
I was watching a show, and I'm very fascinated by British TV movie making, and because the British communication style is really fascinating to me. And here's why. There was a scene where it's a father-in-law and a son, and the father-in-law really does not like the son-in-law. And he tells him, and the son-in-law's response is literally like, I hear you. Like he just acknowledged it. And he didn't use the words, I hear you, but he was, I understand. Like
Yeah.
message received. There was no reaction, no nothing, just deadpan. Okay, you don't like me.
Huh?
And it was like fascinating to me how they, in this, just in this exchange, they accepted this truth. Uncomfortable truth. How many people would feel really, comfortable? Kim comes to Jill and says, I don't like you, Jill. And I'd be like, oh, okay. I probably like want to try and convince you somehow of I'm a person who's worth liking or,
Yeah.
something. But anyway.
Why don't you like me? I need to,
Mhm.
and then go, oh, but I do this, I do that. Like all these, you try to um mm, justify yourself as to why I should like you. Why? Yeah.
Yep. The truth is, Kim, my truth is, Kim, here's all the reasons why you should like me. And it's
Yep.
just like, okay, so what's happening here right now? The truth of the experiences right now in this moment is that Kim doesn't like me. Okay. I want to
It's so
practice.
odd. It's so odd to hear you say that because I'm like, that's not true. Um, in my head.
I love
Oh,
that. It's funny.
oh, yep.
Yeah.
No, yes.
However, it's just as I think the thing is there's still, as soon as you say the word truth, it's like there's so many different examples we could give of this. It's almost like mind-boggling.
Yep.
Truth is like amazing when we give it our attention, when we give it some engagement, when we give it some level of we give a shit about you. Try it.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to suggest to people. Like really, really try it. Like truth, like genuine truth, not what I think.
Yeah.
Not what I'm trying to create, but this beautiful, loving truth that exists in this world and in this universe. Have it, ask for it to show up and be shown to you.
Yeah. It will.
Mm-hmm.
It's always being shown. Always is. It's just
We
a
just
matter
need,
of, are you open to actually hearing, seeing, and caring about the truth?
Justin, we need more truth in this world to balance out some of the lies and stuff that's going on. And the way we get that in is to place attention on it, to make it a priority. Each of us personally do that, I believe will shift the way things go in the world, and we'll start seeing more truth. And I really believe we're all thirsting for that somewhere deep in us. We all
Yep.
want to see more balance in this world, more truth coming out that are making this a better world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if you're unsure of something, just ask for the truth to be shown.
And be open to all avenues, including movies, television shows.
Yes.
Yep, friends,
Okay.
relatives, radio, music, all sorts of stuff. It's fun. Play with it, as we always say. Right?
Yes.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Kim.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everyone.
Lots of energy moving there. All right. Until next time.